Karl Anthony Towns was seen mocking the great Westbrook. Oh, here's Westbrook after the game.
I honestly don't pay no mind to it. Maybe the other guys they weren't talking to me. They were talking to individual guys particularly, but the trash talking doesn't bother me none. Nobody over there has done anything that in this league that, make me put my eyes up. Like, they're talking mess. Let me respond. No.
Time for Straight Talk, brought to you by Straight Talk Wireless.
Here's the thing about what I first off feel like, Max, you made this point the other day that when you lose in New York, you get a lot of venom that spit at you all the time, right? People double, triple down on you. There's anger, there's hate.
Boston, Philly, same thing. Yep.
Those certain cities. But when you lose in LA, you become irrelevant. Mm-hmm. People just stop caring, right? So you know what we've done? You know what LA has done? They've turned this into the Russell Live Westbrook reality show. Like, that's what this is becoming. And as much as I love Russ, it's fine for him to sit up there and clap back at Karl Anthony Towns or Patrick Beverley for making fun of him airballing the shot. They were down early in the first quarter like they've always been. They didn't show you any fight, any sense of urgency. And you can clap back at them by saying, yeah, none of these guys have done anything because you have been a former MVP. But damn, like, your play on the court speaks exponentially louder than the words you can ever speak at a post presser about what you did a long time ago. What are you doing now? Right now, Minnesota is in the playoffs. They're for a 6 or 7 seed. You guys, we're not sure you're going to make the play-in tournament.
What is going on, Jay? Like, Stan Van Gundy brought up the fact that if you look at Westbrook's rates and stuff like that,
they're the same.
It's the same dude, but to me, it looks like he forgot how to play basketball. Like, it's like a mental thing.
Key, I mean, you're in LA. I got to tell you, it's crazy over the past 5 or 6 years what's happened to this man's legacy, from him being that MVP caliber player to now potentially next year going on his 5th team in 5 years. His 5th team, if he gets traded from the Lakers, which he probably will, in 5 years. Think about that for a second. We're talking about Russ more so about how he reacts to fans, about people disrespecting his last name, about him shooting air balls, about his attire. We're talking about everything other than him on the court and his on-the-court performance.
Well, I don't think it does anything to his legacy, to be honest with you, Jay. I think when you know Westbrook and who he is as a player, he's always been the same. Nothing changed. I mean, yeah, he was an MVP at OKC however many years ago that was. Yes, he was in Houston, Washington, L.A., and now everybody assume he's going to be on the move, including me. But I don't think it hurts his legacy because he was never a pure shooter. He was a scorer at the cup. He was a hustle face. He was a board man. He was a triple-double waiting to walk into the building and happen. I think that is the way he will be remembered when his NBA career is over with, along with, he couldn't shoot. He shot some air balls. But I don't think it does anything to his legacy.
But, Siki, I think it does affect it to a degree because you said he's never changed, and that's the problem. Like, he's never tried to change his game. You're playing with one of the 2 greatest players to ever play the game. And you can't change around the style in which you play to help this team win. Yeah, that's the problem.
It's hard to watch because you know how proud he is.
Man, Max, you don't even understand.
I can imagine.
I get to looking at it as a former professional athlete. I'm sitting there going.
And also someone who's known him for a while. Right?
What? And somebody, yeah, but not even aside from the personal side of things. I'm just talking about. I'm like, man, what the hell is wrong with him?
You know,
like it doesn't like as crazy as I am. I think I can go do that in the NBA. Yeah. Right, literally, like if you right now, like I can go shoot and just miss. I don't know what it is.
It's hard. He's been my favorite player in the league at times, and like it's hard for me to watch. Man, I love the way he goes at it, but this is hard to watch. Straight Talk Wireless, no contract, no compromise. Play along with us and download the ESPN Tournament Challenge app presented by WebEx to fill out your brackets.
That you made it a point to try to get the energy up in the first quarter, and then the shots just continued to not fall. I think it was 0 for 10 from 3 as a team in the first. It's 3 games in a row now in the first. What can you do to kind of break that cycle, aside from the obvious, like an early shot goes down? How do you guys get out of that?
Yeah, make shots. It's that obvious.
Is there anything else you've noticed that's a pattern of these last 3 games?
Teams are daring us to shoot the ball from the outside, and we're not making.
LeBron, I guess, how does this team find confidence or an attitude on the court when things have been so rough, and do you find that kind of lacking, sort of an edge, I guess, that you guys kind of need to play with?
No, I thought we had an edge tonight. We just didn't make shots. I mean, like you said, we started the game 0 for 10, but we climbed back into the game. All game. I mean, we outscored them 31-19 in the third. But, I mean, it still boils down to making shots. And we didn't make enough shots consistently tonight. But I thought our effort, I thought the way we played, I thought our commitment to the defensive end, and we held them to 44% shooting. They made 17 threes compared to our 10. And that was part of the game.
When you guys are in the first half, I think, down 25 or something like that, and I mean, it looks like it could get really bleak. I mean, where is that fight coming from at this point?
Because there's still more game to be played. I mean, the game is never over till it's over. So you don't have to look too far. You just know there's more game to be played, and continue to execute, continue to get stops, and that's what we did in the second half.
Frank was telling us that I think you guys were 4 for 23 on open threes. Is there anything you put your finger on why those shots aren't going down? Is it legs? Is it confidence? Or is it just a mixed bag?
No, just make it. That's all. You just got to make shots. It's not rocket science. Just make shots.
And, the way that these last couple first quarters have gone for you in the last 3 games, is it hard to just not let some of that frustration leak out on the other end?
No, because I liked our effort tonight in the first quarter. I didn't love our effort in Toronto. I didn't love our effort, whatever the game was before that. But I love the way we was playing the game today. And we literally got 10 great looks to start the game. And I'm talking about from the perimeter. We got some very, very good looks, and we was defending our butts off versus a team that's capable of putting 50 on you in a quarter. I was fine with the first quarter that we played. We just didn't make shots. We scored 17 points.
There were various points throughout the game where there seemed to be a lot of trash talk from their side. Did you notice that? Were you, I guess, surprised by that?
It's part of the game.
Michael Kohler on Zoom. No, but he had a question. That's what I was on. Michael Kohler on Zoom.
Hey, LeBron, how important has watching film been over the course of your career? Do you still study a lot of film at this point in your career?
Yeah, every opponent that we play, I study them. I study every individual. Study what they like to do, what they don't like to do. So yeah, that's going to be a part of my routine until I hang them up.
LeBron, you're used to winning. You're not used to a team struggling like this. I'm wondering, how hard is it to maintain patience, and I guess where's your frustration level with how things have been going?
Absolutely. But at the end of the day, you keep pushing forward. I'm very comfortable with being uncomfortable, so it doesn't bother me too much. Obviously, I'm a competitor. I want to win. You definitely get frustrated with some things that happen on the floor, but you control what you can control, and what you can't control, you don't worry about it. You continue to push forward, seeing ways you continue to get better, seeing ways you can be, great for your ball club. Continue to see ways you can continue to lead, and it's easy to be, comfortable when you're winning. I've never been that guy, so it's all about how comfortable can you be when things become uncomfortable. So I'm okay with that too.
It is hard, like, for someone you're so used to controlling so much of the game.